Hey everyone, this is James with WSTrades.com. I want to provide an update here on ticker CRKN or Crown ElectroKinetics Corp. So I saw this thing was trending. I decided to come in and take a look, and at first look here on the chart, I've got the 3-year weekly pulled up. It is pretty brutal. You can see at the start of the chart, this thing got as high as supposedly $540 a share. But I think this is related to reverse split adjusted pricing because on August 15th, they did a 1 for 60 reverse split. So I think that kind of inflates these prices back here a little bit. But still, looking at it, you can see the prices were much, much higher if we go back 3 years. Even with the reverse split adjusted pricing, at the low here, we're looking at about $70. So from $70 to where it is right now, 71 cents. Yeah, this is just brutal. And, I was looking through some of their financials, and it's no surprise that the chart looks like this. You can see here some of the earnings reports on the chart. Losing 29 cents a share, 22 cents a share, 18 cents a share, 19 cents a share. This one right here, not so bad at 8 cents a share. That was the first quarter of this year, but this last earnings report here that was released on August 24th, they lost $18 a share. And I'm kind of thinking that some of these numbers are not quite accurate because I went on their website and looked this up, and it says actually the quarter ended June 30th, 2022, they lost $16 a share. So I'm kind of thinking some of these numbers we're seeing here are not really accurate because, it should be the quarter ending June 30th of 2022. Yeah, this one right here, I'm thinking this is maybe incorrect because if you come to their website, you can see right here, net loss per share, $16 a share for that same quarter. So just kind of looking through some of that stuff. I was looking through their financial statements as well, and they are pretty brutal. If we come into the income statement here on the annual, apparently they had $100,000 in revenue in 2020, and then $0 in revenue for 2021, $0 in revenue for 2022, apparently $0 in revenue the last 12 months. So I don't know if things are just incomplete here or if their financials are like really this bad. Let's come into the cash flow statement, and you can just see negative operating cash flow across the board. And in 2020 they had negative $1 million in operating cash flow. The last 12 months, negative $9 million. So that's going in the wrong direction. And then here, this is pretty brutal too. Free cash flow here in 2020 of negative $1 million, and then the last 12 months, negative $11 million. That's pretty brutal. Let me go back to the cash flow statement here, and you can see every year we've got numbers on the financing cash flow line, which is no surprise. You can see a lot of stock being issued here, some preferred stock and some common stock being issued here. So yeah, of course they don't have any revenue, they're bleeding a ton of cash, bleeding a ton of money, so they're going to have to be financing a lot just to stay afloat here and to not run out of money. I want to come in here and look at, this was pretty abysmal here as I came in here and looked at the cash flow statement on the quarterly. Supposedly for that quarter that they lost like $18 a share, they only had $36,000 in cash on hand at the end of that quarter, which is really, really low considering they burned through $11 million in cash the last 12 months. So yeah, this is not gonna last them any amount of time. So just kind of looking at, the financial statements here and, them being a startup company, I say this is a very high risk investment here. This is one of those high risk, possibly high reward investments, because when you got a company out there that's sitting on $36,000 in cash and they're burning through tens of millions in a year in free cash flow, that just tells you that they're going to have to take out loans, they're going to have to issue stock, they're going to have to dilute, they're going to have to do something because they're just burning way too much cash right now to stay afloat. So there's going to be a lot of financing going on, maybe more issuances of common stock, like things of that nature going on. Now I was looking through their some of their news stories here, and they do talk about a lot of projects they're getting into that are supposed to generate a lot of revenue. So if you look at some of the numbers on the screen here, $50 million contract, $85 million contract. They also did that, there's the story for the reverse split, 1 for 60. They're also talking about another $70 million contract here. So supposedly they're going to be getting a lot of revenue coming in here pretty soon, which they desperately need. I mean, if you come in here and look at the income statement here and see zeros on the revenue for multiple years, I mean, this is not good. You know, they need to start generating some revenue, and they need to also make sure that cost of revenue is not too high, because, you know, you want to see some kind of a gross profit here. According to the annual, they've never turned a gross profit. So again, for me, this is not something that I would buy. I deem this as an extremely high-risk investment if you're going to buy shares in this company. We'll kind of see with these new contracts that they're landing, if that can make a significant dent here on the financial statements and kind of put them in a better direction. But for right now, their financial statements are looking pretty scary. And again, I would not buy shares of this company. I'll continue to keep you updated here on ticker CRKN or Crown ElectroKinetics Corp. Please like this video. Please also subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Appreciate you for taking the time to watch this. Talk to you soon.